So leading a grace group has really impacted us in some pretty amazing ways, and I'm gonna start that again. So there was a time in our life where we were really praying for the next step for us, right? There was some change happening, and we were like, God, what's the next step? God, what's the next step? We were almost frustrated because that wasn't being revealed to us. We were also praying, God, how can we serve together? What can we do together? Because we both served, but we served in different ministries, or we were part of a huddle over here and a Bible study over here, separate. And all the while, we're talking about starting a grace group, and we are making this giant list of all the reasons we shouldn't start a grace group. Like, are the lights right? Do we have the right furniture? Is the carpet right? These fairly, hindsight, fairly silly things that we were talking ourselves out of the grace group while we were praying for God, hey, what's our next step?
And also, are we adequate to lead a group, and just silly things that we now know are not important.
Right. There's a huge sense of like, what's this leader, and what does that mean? That's a big responsibility. What kind of education and training do I need for that? So we decided to ask if there was a need. We asked our connection director, and it seemed like that weekend we were sitting down and going through this giant list of people who really were interested in being part of a grace group. But the missing people off the leaders list to start those grace groups. And we've been part of some big life change for some of our grace group. Like we had somebody finish the police academy, graduate, right? Join the police force. That was neat to be a part of.
And have a baby.
Right, new family started up. We've been part of, we had another couple who they're changing furthering their education, and we get to support them in what that looks like with the full family and changing work schedules. So
and pray for them.
Lots of prayer, right? We spend a lot of time praying for our grace group praying for us. It draws us closer. So it's been really just joyful to be a part of praising Him for seeing those things done. God asks us to love the Lord and love others, and being part of and even leading a grace group helps us to do both of those things like at the same time. And God has a plan for a grace group, I believe, and many different grace groups, and He might find somebody else to lead that grace group and to bring those people together. But for us, I feel like because we stepped up and said yes when we did, we got to experience that part of what God had planned. And I couldn't imagine if we would have passed that up, God could have found somebody else for our grace group, and we'd be missing out because we'd be stuck in our list.